Alright, and welcome back to Wildewitch RP's live play of our Burning Veil campaign, the Starfall Aria, Tales of Fae and Shadow. What is Wildewitch RP, you may ask? Well, I'll tell you. Wildewitch RP is me, Fae, your game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We are a couple who love role-playing games and sharing stories with all of you so much that we quit our day jobs and created our own company so that way we could create high-quality TTRPG experiences full-time. We've been very fortunate along the way to meet many awesome, amazing players who have joined us on our adventure, including the players who are with us today. And you can join them in all the fun. To get started playing with us, just join our Discord and website community where you can sign up for games, meet us and all of our players, talk about your favorite characters and stories, and even roleplay on our forums. We've got plenty of games that happen every day, Monday through Saturdays, that way you can play in our Mortal Guardians episodic campaign and fight back against the evil Coven of Zol and their dark masters from the void beyond the stars. We also offer high-quality custom quests, magic items, and our playthrough of D&D's Dragonlance campaign. So take a moment during the game to join us and introduce yourself. We can't wait to see you at the table. Now, speaking of the table, let's get started with today's game. And we'll begin where we left off. Our heroes of the Skyfire Crisis have returned to Lonmeric. You have met with Master Fulmar, and he seems generous in the paying back of his debts. Of course, he also has now interest in Andy, who had shown some divination practices at the dinner he invited you all to. You had also alerted the Captain Staralda to the seed of corruption that sits at the top of the hierarchy. And, well, as Staralda did seem to be someone who wanted the corruption removed in an area where she could do very little without toppling the entire societal structure. But beyond all of that, one of the more simple things, the barriers had been removed, meaning that Wintervale, a destination for all of you for one reason or another, was now once more a viable location to travel to. We left off with each of you deciding where you would spend your evening. Thrista and Andy took up Ansel's offering of lodging at the temple. Tala, you found your way back to the inn. Tala, why don't we step in and see what's been going on in your mind? Why
Well,
have you decided to stay at the inn rather than sticking close to your companions?
There's a lot of things I think going in Tala's mind. Um, One of them is that the barrier's down, so she can actually get to Winterveld. So if she can find somebody, like a caravan or something, that she can join to go to Winterveld, I think she's gonna, you know, definitely jump at the chance. But the reason why she wanted to go and stay at the tavern was that she's really intrigued by social settings, like people when they're gathered together in this tavern. I mean, we have the new people, the King's Guards who've kind of joined us, and the militia who've just returned, and just regular town folk. Tish wants to kind of sit at the tavern and watch people and see how they react, and maybe learn some social cues if she can.
Roll an insight check.
Great, it's 9.
What you are seeing as you sit is a lot of drunken revelry. Uh, the militia that have come back now successful are telling stories of the fight, and the Kingsmen drink and cheer uh, and goad with more alcohol for more stories before they start getting into uh, higher and higher different um, tales, dubious at best. Uh, you do spot some familiar faces amid the crowd here at the tavern. Lorcan and Terraminder are present. Um, and Terraminder, of course, quiet as always. Oh no, did Terraminder go with. I want to say Terraminder was with the people at the temple. So you would see Lorcan. I'm going to make that note. So you see Lorcan amidst the crowd here. Terraminder is at the temple. So, your night goes by. Uh, do you attempt to scout out any sort of caravans that would be traveling out in the next day or so this evening, or do you just watch the people?
I think tonight she's just gonna watch the people.
Okay. So, as you watch, it goes later into the evening. Um, you are able to snag a room. However, it has gone up in price since there were a couple people contending for the rooms. Uh, it's 3 gold for the evening.
Yeah, I think she's gonna go ahead and either stay down at the bar if that's okay, or maybe even just step outside into the forest for a little bit and sleep. Not
You
too
would,
far from the village for security, but
yeah, you would not be able to sleep at the bar. If you do not have a room, you are asked to leave when the bar closes down for the evening.
okay. Yeah, then you know what? Outside, not too far, and just, maybe next to a tree or the bushes or something like that and try to fall asleep.
Okay. So, as we head out from where Tala sleeps, we go back to the temple where Andy, Rista, you two, and Terraminder have scurried over to where Ansel has showed the letter left by Cariante. It was the only thing that he could find of his notes or papers in his room. She is gone. She has taken Beric's notes with her.
I think Andy's thinking, not again. People keep leaving. To Ansel, do we know where she might have gone? I mean, I know she wants to find her master, and she just got kicked out of the order that she was in, slash stripped of all powers, but I don't know. I kind of like to go after her, except I'm already chasing somebody.
I,
Seems to be a habit.
unfortunately, I don't know Carianti that well enough to have an idea of where she would have gone.
Yeah, okay. Mm.
So
Hi.
where to track her? Like, did
Yeah.
she leave any sort of path? Maybe she wants to be found. Maybe she didn't leave on her own accord. I don't think it's right to jump to conclusions.
If anyone would like to roll investigation to see if there are any clues or things that she has left behind in Ansel's room or the areas nearby it.
Nope. Yeah, please stop.
Andy, you look, and like you said before, you're already searching for one person. You're not really finding much, but how much effort can be spread across? Priesta, as you look, you don't see any clear signs of breadcrumbs left if she was wanting to be found, or signs of struggle. It looks that if Carianti did go, she took care to make sure she was not being followed.
Someone took great care to make sure that wasn't a path. It's clean, but I still don't want to jump to conclusions.
What, you think that someone might have taken her?
Maybe.
Good. Good. um,
I'll hold on to this letter then. And he takes the letter that was left by Carianti, folds it up, and you see that he reaches for a notebook that isn't there.
yep.
And in that sort of reflex, there is a bit more of the pain, and he just places it on his small writing desk. Why don't we, let this night lie and regroup in the morning?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
sounds good.
So, easy enough you're able to make your way towards the quarters that you've been keeping, or you will be keeping this evening. Priesta, Andy, do you do anything this evening?
Nope.
I would like to cast sending to two people, but I'll send one to Beck first, my brother.
What is your sending?
Okay. Let me go to it. Okay. Hi, brother. I learned how to send thoughts. Isn't that neat? Just checking in. How are you? I've met some new friends. I miss you.
One small comfort about the spell sending that you get immediately is that you know that it reaches its intended target. Beck is, at the least, alive. As the thread pulls, begins to fray, the magic going unresponded to. You feel that perhaps you won't get a response. Until you do. I told you not to come looking for me. I meant it. And the spell ends.
Muck. Andy from that has just this big goofy grin, which has no place, coming from those words. But she's so excited, but also terrified. But happy to have at least some confirmation of life. Mhm. Cool. Next one. Sending it to my brother Sev, who is uh he's older than me, of course. But he's supposedly back home. And I'd like to send to him some very similar. Hi, brother. I learned how to send thoughts. Isn't that neat? I'm doing well. Met some new friends, but I miss everyone at home terribly.
Is this little Andy? Good to hear your voice. We'll miss you. Exciting things happening back home. Leaf has a kid on the way. Perhaps come back in a few months.
Who has a kid? What?
Your cousin Leaf.
Oh, Leaf. Oh, wow. He got married quick.
To be fair, he said that he had a kid on the way, not that he was married.
Well, that's true. That's a good point. That's a good point. Alright, cool. I'm just so excited. If Weister's awake still, and he's just like coming to himself and like super excited. Doesn't feel like I'm so far away from home anymore.
Lista's probably starting her trance, so he's semi-conscious and just sort of smiles when she hears Andy excited.
Cool. That's it. I'll go to bed happy now.
Well, as you each sleep, rest comes fully, whether it is shorter than some. Krista, since you only need 4 hours for a full rest, do you do anything with your free time before the rest of your companions awake?
No. Lista went to the temple just solely for thinking back reasons. It's where she originally met Andy and Tala and Ansel, I guess. So she's just taking it all in, contemplating her reasons for being here, and then waiting for Taramanda to wake up so they can start cooking up breakfast.
Easy enough that when dawn begins to rise, Risa and Terraminder, you can make your way to the temple kitchen and assist the acolytes that have the chores of cooking breakfast for everybody. And they
Move
appreciate
out the way, we got this.
it. Forceful, okay. But eventually breakfast is made, enough for perhaps a army of people. The acolytes explain that not only do they feed their own, but anyone who comes by, mothers, children, or those without enough to food in their own houses are welcomed to eat as well. All of you awake in the morning with a long rest completed.
Yay.
Ansel does not seem in better spirits after waking. Still has the letter. Runs his fingers around the seams and the folds.
And so you're gonna eat that?
Oh, no. And he will push aside the food that he barely touched with his distracted thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Thought that. Snag. It's very good. Very good. Munch, munch, munch.
You're welcome.
Yes. Thanks, Terraminder and Vista. Do we have an apple? Maybe I can chuck one at Ansel.
Oh no, do you guys have an apple?
No idea. I'm asking more the kitchen staff.
I've got a squash and a sack of potatoes.
A potato will be great.
It's the apple of the earth.
Yeah,
There you go.
I'll take out a potato from the sack that Tala gave me for the bag of holding. I'm like, I'm sure she won't miss one of them when I hand it to Andy.
Okay, I'm gonna throw it at Ansel.
Go ahead, give me 1d20 plus your dexterity.
Oh. Okay.
Got
Dex.
this.
Oh.
Your potato throwing hits him like square in the face, right in the middle of the forehead, shakes him out of whatever he was thinking. Ow! Andy, what?
And he's
Did
over
you
there
just
like
throw
laughing
a
her head off.
potato at me?
Yep. Good morning.
Well, it was until just a moment ago.
Didn't
I
seem
don't
like
know.
a good morning.
Right.
Eat
yeah.
your food. And Fisa just like forcibly shoves it closer to him.
He starts to eat, glaring at Friesta, not with any sort of actual malice.
Fisa gives him the softest smile she could muster.
Go pick up the potato and give it back to Fusta. Maybe we'll cook this later.
We'll put it back in the sack and see if Tala notices. It has like
Yeah.
an Ansel face shaped dent in it.
Yeah. Apologies, Ansel. Usually, food fights end poorly. Mostly because you end up with less food to eat. But
Was there a reason to the potato throwing?
I think I'm just in a really happy mood, which is unfortunate because no one else is. So, yeah, maybe I should just go run laps around the temple. Might be good.
Is there good news?
Family hasn't burned down yet, so that's good. And Beck is alive. Good times. And I'm gonna have yet another baby cousin, supposedly.
I guess congratulations are in order.
I suppose. Although, Leaf is kind of a crazy dude. So, yeah. Anyway, that's why you have family to help raise a child. It's fine. Anyway, it's so exciting. So, yeah, so we're going to Wintervale. Questions?
If that is where your journey takes you.
Are you not gonna join us?
I'm undecided.
Uh-oh. Friesta, we gotta help him to make the right decision.
Is there anything we can do to influence your decision? What are you
Throw another
undecided
potato?
on?
You see as... Actually, let me check your passives to see if you would notice this.
I will tell you right now, I don't notice this.
Passive insight?
We'll see. Hold on, I'm checking.
Passive performance?
No.
Oh, sad.
Was that a reaction at my passive insight?
No, that was a reaction to the D&D Beyond app. Yeah, Andy, you would notice this. Friesta does
Oh,
not.
cool.
Um,
Sad.
No.
Ansel doesn't quite fully look at Friesta as he's speaking in this. No, there's nothing really influencing further. Just a lot has been happening, and especially with Kari maybe or maybe not taking the notes. That it was all that I had of Beric left of what he was doing.
Hmm. Well, don't make me cast detect thoughts on you, buddy.
You wouldn't.
How do you know I haven't already cast it?
Because I would have seen you casting your spell. We both cast spells, Andy.
Oh, well,
The somatic components for detect thoughts is throwing a potato, so you saw it happen and you just didn't realize. And Friesta does like weird gestures with her hands.
Roll a deception check.
can I help?
What are you saying to help in the deception check?
No, yeah, that's actually what it is, and like that's kind of how we got caught with Foma because it was a potato involved.
I was with you with Fulma.
Never have disadvantage.
Yes.
Oops, sorry.
Damn it.
Ah.
Yeah.
I know that it's not throwing a potato.
Not yet, it isn't. Andy, you got to
yeah.
practice.
Well, hey, Fuista has proficiency as a cook's tool, so she can technically cast spells with them. I'm just saying.
Not usually how tools work, but it's how it works for me for cook's tools, just because I thought it'd be funny since I was the designated cook. So I just sort of learned how to, and Friesta will just take like whatever cooking utensil she's casting and cast prestidigitation to
Oh my god.
make a little firework just blow from the tip of it.
You see that Ansel now kind of eyes you warily, Friesta. You're not going to cast any spells by throwing potatoes at me, are you? I would
Well, if-
prefer not.
I'm proficient with the tools used for cooking to use as a spellcasting focus. Would I be proficient with the food? Because if I could use a potato as a spellcasting
my
focus, that would make me so happy. I'm going to test that. I'm going to get the potato that Andy used to throw at Ansel.
It's a special potato now.
It's a very special potato.
It's gonna
And
get luster dust all over it. So
So
you've
I
got
tried-
the potato.
to cast a ray of frost using it, but I tried to cast it on the potato just to cover it in ice.
So, utilizing the potato does not... it does not work as the spellcasting focus.
Such a funny thing to say.
However, casting the spell is something that you can do and target the potato to encase it in ice. But you can tell that it does not flow through the potato itself as the focus.
Does Ansel?
Ansel, as a spellcaster, likely knows how things...
Shoot.
how magic things tend to typically work. Of course, he has a bit of a specialization in divine magics, rather than anything arcane.
I think I might have a loophole. So, for
Oh my god.
profane soul blood hunters, the spellcasting focus can be their weapon if they have a crimson light on it. So, if I carve the potato into like a dagger and then use my crimson light, then can it be a spellcasting focus?
Yeah, but then it wouldn't be a potato anymore.
It'd still be a potato, it'd just be
It
a
wouldn't be
potato.
It wouldn't be the same potato.
It would be the same potato. It'd just be
No.
carved to perfection.
It'd be a dagger potato. Or a potato dagger. Potato
Well,
wedge?
a potato can be an improvised weapon. Is there anything in the rules that says you cannot activate your Crimson Knight on an improvised weapon?
Let me check the rules here real quick.
This is a serious conversation that I'm really sorry we're taking up time with. We need to know.
Why are you sorry? This is amazing.
I want my potato spellcasting focus.
Okay, this is why Tala bought, 10 pounds of potatoes, so we could carve each one of them into a dagger and stab different things with them and see what they do. Yep.
Okay. I would say that you could do that, but carving the potato will, again, start, because you'd be removing the skin, start the decaying process. So you'd only have a potato spellcasting focus for a short bit of time.
A single-use potato spellcasting focus.
Somewhat, yeah.
Well, it's not carving the potato. The potato itself, uncarved, being an improvised weapon. Could it be used for a Crimson Knight?
I would say the same thing applies, that it would be a limited time use because you'd be utilizing it in battle, so like it would start to get bruised and mushed. So
Right.
you could use it, but it would only be once.
Okay, I'll think about this. There's got to be magics to preserve potatoes, so
Oh my gosh.
Maybe in
We get like the
Wintervale.
special potatoes.
maybe I have a better reason to go to Winterville. Faith, throw out my whole backstory. This is why I'm going here.
I can't throw out your backstory. I've got that for reasons.
No. BRB, sorry.
So, while this conversation is happening in the temple, Tala, you awake where you went to sleep? What does your morning look like?
I would say she woke up when people were starting to, rouse about and doing whatever. I go back to the inn and have breakfast, order breakfast, and start asking around to see if there is a caravan heading towards Winterville now that the blockade is down.
Go ahead, roll a persuasion check. Also, it'll be 2 silver for your breakfast.
Great. And how much for drinks? A meal last night?
A meal last night would have been 2 silver as well.
Okay, great. Thank you.
As you are asking around, most people who you talk to don't know of any sort of processions that are heading out this day. You speak to a lot of guardsmen who are on duty here, so they aren't leaving until their time is up. And those are for the guardsmen that you talk to that are sent from Wintervale. You do have a few of the townspeople that talk of how yesterday some of the people went out because it has been it's been a few days since you dropped the barriers at the mound and since you've returned to Lanmeric. So. And most of the out-of-towners that you meet are people who are coming from Wintervale and are heading further north. Likely on the path to Renderin, or somewhere before that.
Okay. Yeah, rendering is going back to where we came. I'm gonna go forward. I want to go all the way back and just to come all the way forward. That's kind of disappointing. Okay. If that's the case, I think... Let's think about this. Master Fulmar... No. elder Formar now. Supposed to come and, well, wants to meet with us this morning, which means they will probably come to town. So I should wait for my friends here instead of going to the temple in case we miss each other and do circles. Okay. So Tala's gonna wait.
What was your meeting with Fulmar? Because you had met with him over dinner to talk
Yeah, but
about...
didn't he say I wanted to talk to you guys in the morning, or am I misremembering that?
I don't believe Fulmar asked for a further... He said that he would talk further with Andy over her gifts, but that was more of an opened invitation rather than arrive in the morning.
Yeah, he wants money. Is the other thing, but I don't think we have to actually talk to him. We just
Yeah.
give it to a
Yeah.
banker.
You could give it to his... Kind of like how he gave you the money for the through one of his proxies.
Yeah.
He's keeping a ledger on you, but he has sort of modified. He's not saying you have to pay all 1,000 gold back to him immediately. Just make sure that it gets back to him. Though he does want money before you would leave. As a show of good faith.
Yeah, I think she's gonna go ahead and just wait for her friends at the tavern.
So, after breakfast at the temple, where do Andy, Drista, where do you go?
Is Ansel coming with us?
Ansel and Terraminder will come with you, yeah.
Oh, goody. Alright. Town?
Sure.
Stuff. Okay. Oh, never mind. Yep, go in town. Okay, cool. Tamanda, are you interested in staying with us to Winterveld?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you guys kind of saved me, so, I'll do what I can to help.
You can always, if there's something else that you'd like to do, feel free to go for it. But we'd love to have you with us, so.
I don't really think of anything other that I would be doing except, you know, assisting Sorneros, but he's dead, so can't really do that.
Yep. It's true. Huh. Okay, let's go meet Tala. Tell her about, I guess, about Kari leaving us, and my cousin's gonna have a kid. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Easily able to make your way through the town, and it's not hard to find Tala. Very little turtles in Lonmeric, and you see her at the tavern in this early morning.
Tala! Hello!
Andy! Taraminder? Krista? Is Ansel there?
Yeah.
Yes, Ansel
Okay.
would be there.
Hi, Brother Ansel.
You would see that there's like just the barest of like a pink mark on his forehead.
Kind of Tala stares at it going, that seems strange. But then again, it could be a religious mark. He just got back. Maybe they had a little thing for him.
I feel like I should give him healing word.
Where is Kari?
What's Ansel's
Ansel-
face look like?
Its face kind of falls at that. Back
Yeah.
to that sort of not quite the same as it was this morning after he woke. Kari left, and he pulls out the letter that he has kept from his robes and hands it over to Tala.
Oh.
Again, the letter very much just states that Kari believes you all, each, have a pure heart, a caring soul, and that she does not wish to expose any in the group to further danger. And that whatever happens next, she must pursue alone.
Well, okay. I guess that's her decision.
It was also her decision to take all of Barrick's notes.
That was not a good decision. Because those did not belong to her.
Yeah.
I am
Maybe-
sorry about that.
Make copy.
Yes, she should have made copies. I mean, it would have only taken maybe a month. Stealing is not good. Has anyone seen Rana?
It's at this point that Lorcan, further in the tavern, kind of overhearing the conversation. Yeah, she's been, spending all her time over at the records house.
The
Hi,
what house?
Morgan.
Morning. The records house, you know, history keeping.
Records.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh. Oh, we should go over that.
I mean, if that's what you guys want, I don't want to be around all that sort of, snooze
Flammable
fest.
stuff. Oh.
Oh, flammable stuff. Now that's a fun time.
Never mind.
Hey,
Okay.
Lorcan. You know this town. Oh, actually, hold up, Lorcan. And I turn to my group. So the barrier is down.
Yep.
I
It
don't
is.
know about you, but I need to go to Winterveld.
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about like where Kari might be now, and we have no idea. So yeah.
Is that
Wintervale
still
would be good.
our problem anymore if she decides to go on her own?
Problem, no, concern a little bit.
Well, yes. Concern, yes.
Yeah, I mean, and she has wings, right? We saw her with wings.
Yes.
Does she still have wings?
I don't know. That's a good
I
question.
think they were ripped off from her back,
No.
weren't they?
No.
She was in a lot of pain, but none of the angels did anything that was, like, physically, like, tearing anything from her. But her
Okay.
celestial nature was revoked.
Right.
Yeah, revoked.
Any
was
sort of divinity she was close to has been denied.
Right.
Well, I can understand her being upset. I can understand her being concerned. I think she had secrets.
Yeah.
I mean, if I see her, I would help her. But I don't know if I would go actively looking for her. At least that's me.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Tala, but also I don't know where to go. I mean, to be honest, I don't know where to go with my brother. But
Well, hopefully in a
different.
big city, they'll know more.
Right.
If he's a famous
Right.
entertainer like you,
Well, famous at home. He wasn't famous abroad until potentially recently. Also, I'm gonna go talk to that shopkeeper again before we go, but otherwise, yeah, Winterveld seems like a good place as any for me. And I think Tyraminda said she'd be happy to tag along, and we're trying to convince Ansel to come with us.
oh, okay. And you, Freesta? Oh, no, I'm sorry. You're eating your breakfast. Go. No, you ate your breakfast.
I'm
I don't know what you're doing.
alive.
Right.
You confused me after all that back and forth. What was your question again?
Um, I need to head over to Winterveld, and looks like these guys might want to go as well. You?
Well, yes, we were on a caravan together, no? We were all going
Yes.
to Winterveld.
Okay.
I tried to look for a caravan that we may be able to hitch onto, but there were none.
We've
So
got
we
a
may be on our
group
own.
ourselves, so it
That's
won't
true.
be too dangerous. Well, maybe
No.
someone's undecided. And Feaster elbows Ansel, glaring at him.
Ansel looks away.
Ouch. I can
Do
throw another one
you-
at you.
There are no potatoes here, unless Priester gives you one.
Exactly, Feaster.
What
Feaster
is
opens the bag of holding,
What
reaches
is
her
going
arm
on?
down, and then pulls it back out, but just flips Ansel off.
What?
Ansel's cheeks go slightly pink.
I think I may have missed something.
I threatened him to cast Detect Thoughts on him because he was being cagey, and he said we couldn't do that because he would know it. And I was like, no, we could hide it. He goes, no, you couldn't. I was like, well, I threw a potato at you, so that could have been the spellcasting focus. Then we got in this whole discussion.
You threw a potato at him?
It's this one, and Feaster grabs the exact potato with a little dent in it, and then just
I look
puts
at
it
the
to
size of the
Ansel's
potato.
forehead. Where
Yeah,
it
and look at
just-
this.
Well, the mark
Gosh.
has been fading, so it doesn't.
We can fix that.
I would prefer not to have potato thrown at me twice.
I
This
can heal
one.
you.
Did you ever think you'd have to say that to your friends one day?
No, but I never thought I would have friends like these either.
The best friends.
I think Paul has a smile on her face and then says, "Do you think we should invite Renan to come with us?
Yes.
Of course.
I
She
thought
might
she
find
was
some more answers."
part of
Yep.
our group, so if we're all heading
Yep.
to Wintervale, you should get the invitation as well.
Oh, we? Wait, Ansel, are you committing?
All?
The only thing that would keep me here is the temple, and I don't think that's what Barrick would want of me.
Ah, there we go. Okay. Sounds good. Vulcan, are you coming?
I mean, technically, I'm still, assigned to be your guard and guide and runner, so
Oh. How convenient.
I mean,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna go up to Sterolda and tell her that, hey, I've completed one assignment, I'm ready for the next. They're all pretty interesting.
Cool.
That's the longest sentence someone's ever said to say, I like you people, yes, I'm coming along.
Yeah, you can't just go out and say something so straightforward. Like, where's the...
I like you all, and I'm glad I'm coming along and everyone else is coming along. See, it's not that hard.
Ta-da!
Get the
that's-
stick out of your ass.
There's no flavor to it, alright?
Oh
No
my
f-
gosh.
Yeah,
I'd know a thing or two about flavor. Did you? Oh, you didn't have my breakfast. Because you weren't at the temple.
sorry that I enjoy a nice drink in a round of, stories being shared, alright?
That can't happen at a temple? That's so stereotypical if you think of temples as this, like,
Look,
no drinking,
I-
so boring. Ansel's right here.
Alright, Angela, I want you to tell me, have there ever been, like, no, I won't say that all temples are like that. You go to a Superiority temple and they know how to throw a party.
Oh my
But at
gosh.
Salantra's temple here in town,
Oh boy.
has any night like that ever happened? And Ansel blushes a bit. Why are you asking? Not that I've ever seen. And Lorcan just puts his hands as a. You see what I mean?
I don't need this from you, okay?
Look, we get to Wintervale. I'll show you some of the big party temples that I've been to.
Party temples. Oh my god.
Telling you, Superiority knows how to throw like the acolytes there. Best dancers I've ever seen.
Great.
And he throws a wink.
Superiority. Oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
Cool. Alright, is it going to get a knock? Sorry, Manon.
Sure, let's head out. So, if none of you have anything left at the inn, it's easy enough to find your way to the records house. There is a single staff person on duty, and the only other person, it seems, in the records house is your Earth Genasi companion, friend.
It's in the records office. Like, what kinds of records?
Different sort of books and files, birth records, death records, the exchanges of property lines and property sales, business records, and if they opened, closed, who owns what, histories of the nearby area. So, those who served in the militias, and deaths due to combat relations, and just stuff that would be important for an entire town and not just a single person to kind of have record of.
Cool. Can I go up to the cloak and show him the picture of the insignia sigil?
Yeah.
Hi. I've been looking for the meaning of this symbol. I hand it over. I think it's like some sort of group. Do you know what it is?
He takes his spectacles, puts them lower on his nose as he looks down. I don't think I've ever seen any of this. Let me look at the catalog. And he pulls out this heavy tome,
Oh gosh.
and he starts flipping through it and muttering the different aspects of it. And unfortunately, I don't have anything, but I can send a letter to some of the other cities nearby. Friends are in Wintervale, and perhaps even as far as Cindervale, see if they have any sort of records. And if you are staying within town, I can pass along the message, or if you have a forwarding address.
Oh, no, that's okay. Thanks, though. Maybe I'll just pop into those libraries when I'm there, because don't know where I'll be. But thanks for your help.
Of course. Is there anything else I could look up for you?
Not for me. I can ask the others. Yo, Fleesta, you want to look up anything?
No, I don't think this place would have anything interesting.
Right, people you want to look up, or like events you want to look up? No?
Yeah, sure. Is there any records on unusual weather phenomena in the area?
I don't believe of any sort of official record that comes to my mind, but we did have a particularly nasty winter about 2 years back.
What?
About 2 years ago, we had a terrible winter. The ground froze more than what we normally expected, lasted longer. But we got over that small patch of, excuse my saying, of ice.
Fleesta, what does your face look like?
Roll an insight check. I'll roll a charisma check to DM.
Okay.
Beat that, buddy.
Just a straight charisma.
Rista. Okay. So Rista's face is fairly neutral. In the fact that she's not putting effort into trying to hide this. So, Rista, why don't you tell me what the 24 insight that Andy makes would be able to read off of your face.
There is surprise that her question got her anything. And there's I wouldn't say it's anger, it's frustration maybe? I don't even think Freesta knows. But there's definitely a reaction.
Cool.
Right, that's cool. I was hoping for something about the Skyfire crisis, but
Well, I wouldn't really put that into a thing of weather or meteorology. It is a thing of its own.
you're a thing of your own. And Freesta walks out.
Oh, terribly sorry. She's like that. Tala?
I will say that as Freesta walks out, we are going to take a quick break here. So, we will join back after we watch our ads and pick up on what is happening. We will see you back here very shortly. All right. We're back. You are still in the records house for the most all. Freesta has just stormed out. Clerk is left confuzzled. And
What is that word?
confuzzled.
Confuzzled. It's great.
I love that word. I think Tala's gonna go. Have you seen an Earth Genasi named Ronan?
Yes, she's been the only one here. An excellent keeper of company. And he points to where she's back. She's been very interested in the battles and wars. Are you some sort of reenactment group?
Andy's laughing in the back.
I don't know what that is. So I would say I am not sure. But I think yes.
There
I think
is.
she's thinking about like yesterday at the tavern while everybody was talking, and maybe somebody was gesturing and stuff like that, going, "Oh, maybe that's reenactment." And we have been talking about the past. Yes, we are reenactor group, reenacting group.
Andy's still laughing.
There's a sort of look of dubious, but no pressure against your claims. But you are.
Yeah, because I would just like to point out that unlike Freesta and Andy, Tala legitimately thinks that she is because she just doesn't know any better. So her face would not be like, oh, sly or anything else. I think she will genuinely say, yes, we are.
Well, it was more for the fact that you kind of were like talking out loud of like, I don't know
No.
that I am, but yes, and it's like he kind of thinks that perhaps you may not, but he's not going to press against it. It's really not something that it was more curiosity, a small talk question than anything
Right.
of consequence.
Is Ranan here?
He just pointed out to her where she's at.
Oh, thank you. And I go over to Renan. Hey, Renan.
Hello.
Hi. Sorry to bother you, but wanted you to know that the group is heading to Winterville, which is a larger city, and we wanted to invite you. Perhaps you may find some more information there.
I have no ties to Monarch. If you all wish for my company, I will join you.
Yes, that will be great.
Lovely.
Great. And let's meet Freestyle outside. For some reason, she seems upset about frozen ground.
Yeah. Before we go, I'll just go up to the clerk once more and just you did another halfling come by here like a month ago? Do you remember?
None came through the records office, no.
Okay. Alright, thanks.
Once we're out, should we go get some provisions?
Yes. Do we
And
need
then
yes.
we need to decide on Master Fulmar and payment.
Yep.
If we owe 1,000 gold, how much is a good deposit amount?
No. Don't worry about per month. Whenever we feel like it, we may or may not give him money.
No,
Yeah.
I mean deposit amount.
Oh, amount, sorry.
Yes. Would you say like
just whatever coins we want to give him. I'll give him my silver and my copper because those things are heavy.
Will you put them in the bag of holding?
I recognize that was not the correct use of that term, but it's a volume thing.
we have Pennywise is about 60 gold, right?
Yes, total.
Right.
Mhm.
And then with the copper wise, it's 300 and change.
Yep.
I say we give the 300 and change. Well, no, 300. Just 300. 100
That works.
silvers each.
That works for me, Lisa.
This conversation would be happening outside, so Brista would be part of it.
Yeah, so just how much, sorry?
We were
100 silver
thinking,
each.
yeah, 100 silver each.
100 silver. So 1,000 copper.
No, not 100 silver. It will be 1,000 silver.
1,000. Sorry, my bad. Yep, 100 gold each in equivalent currency.
1,000 silver. Yeah, sure, that's fine. I'll take 2,000 silver out of the bag of holding because both me and Andy put ours. Well, we don't need it now, but just.
Yeah, and then
Okay, good plan.
I'll give 1,000. So we go to see his banker.
Yep, and then the provisions at the end makes sense.
Well, when we go see the banker, is he a legitimate banker?
No idea.
If you go to the office, you can. There's a clerk there that functions as sort of like a tax clerk, who'd be he'd be paying to.
So, question for you, sir, ma'am, them. Would you be able to change some copper coins to gold?
Yes, but we don't have much, depending on the
It's fine, Tala.
copper amount. If you're trying to convert a large amount, I would suggest doing so in a large city.
So if I were to give you, let's say, 2,000 copper, can you give me 20 gold?
If you are only asking for 20 gold, as he eyes the rest of the group, then yes. I will make that exchange. And so, do you put the
Yeah,
copper
I
down?
asked free stuff for the 2,000 copper, just the 2,000 copper, and then change it to 20 gold, and I give it back to free stuff.
You're making me do
And-
so much right now.
Look you.
At the same time, this figure also does the counting out of the copper before counting out the gold, and does create a receipt for the conversion, and hands that over as well.
Oh, that's great. It's a paper
guy.
fire starter. And then we're here to
No,
As you say that, you see over their face a
God.
look of horror that you would take this receipt as like a fire. No, it is for your financial records.
Oh,
yes,
right.
keep diligent financial records.
It kind of looks at. I think Tala genuinely looks curious at the mention of financial records and all that. What is that?
Well, if you are living in an area where you are expected to pay taxes on your various ownings, such as property or livestock, or if you just want to make sure that perhaps if you are keeping your finances in a establishment such as a bank, that you have a proper recording of what you have done with your money.
Oh, that is very interesting.
It is.
I have no idea what all of that means, nor what tax means, but okay.
A tax is a type of payment to your local government, or even further above, depending on, well, the society that you live within. Now, if you are in some areas such as the empires, where you have to pay a tithe to the emperor, that would be considered a tax.
So
Sorry,
if
this is
we were
boring me.
here to pay money to Mr. Formar, Elder Formar, does that mean we're paying taxes?
You are paying a debt, but Elder Fulmar has been
Oh, that.
Elder Fulmar has been gracious enough to specify that your debt does not incur taxes upon any sort of late fees.
How nice of him.
And I think this is where
What a
Tala's eyes
guy.
glaze over and goes, okay, here is my share. And I go, boom, 1,000 silver right in front of him.
Oh my gosh.
He starts counting it.
Oh
Oh my God.
I'll take out
We're
the
gonna be here
2,000
forever.
silver, but I'll dump it into the pile he's already counted, so he needs to start recounting.
Oh my
He
gosh.
takes a deep breath and then starts the process over again. And it's fairly efficient. You do see that there's an abacus that he has utilized for processing quickly the different maths, and at the end of it, would you like one receipt or two?
2
7.
receipts.
One is good.
One for the total, then. And
Yes,
so,
one will be good.
much like the conversion, he writes out a receipt for the deposit into your debt.
Cool.
Interesting.
You have
Can I
700
take the
gold
receipts?
left. Yeah,
Sure.
Alice, not the one who should have those. Alright, I'll take this. Put them in my special inventory category.
You get also my copper conversion receipt too.
Yep.
Now I want to create a character as a player that's all about making sure you get your proper receipts and paperwork.
Autumn would love that character so much.
I want to play a paladin that's like that.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Yep.
Or even a
I know
rogue.
one who probably does that.
Rogue
Artem's
paladin.
twin brother is Jasper?
Yep.
Jericho.
Jericho.
Oh, oops.
Does Jericho do the finances?
No.
Mathomancer. Oh my God.
Hmm?
Frenchie, your mind is very quick.
I don't want to do a wizard because that would be too obvious.
Well, I've lightened the load a little bit, which is good.
Lovely. Bye, tax person.
Goodbye. Thank you. And thank you for the explanation.
Have a good day. Remember your receipts.
I think you
Oh, yes.
miscounted one of the silver.
Stop it. Stop. Please stop pulling you away. No, she's kidding. She's kidding.
One fell onto the floor. Bye.
Oh my god. Gift of Gab. No, I'm kidding. I don't even have that spell.
Yet.
Like, yeah. Yet.
She could have, but she didn't take it.
No, I had more important things to do, like get sending and get yelled at by. Actually, I only got yelled at by one brother, so it worked out.
To be fair, he didn't yell at you.
Bullshit.
That was
told you not to find me.
That was a stern reprimandation, not a yelling.
Also, how the heck did he know that I was following him? I just said hi.
Well, you said you met new friends.
I said I met new friends,
Yeah.
and he knows me really well. Anyway.
Who in your hometown makes new friends? Let's be real.
Well, hey, Leaf has a new kid, so I can make a new friend.
Leaf's kid isn't here yet.
Well, how do I know that? Well, actually, because I told God. Never mind.
Yeah,
Never mind.
you were told that it's on the way.
Never mind.
You're trying to argue with the DM who... you're the one who told me never to argue with the DM.
Yeah, bad things happen.
And this
Yeah.
one is funny.
It is very funny. I mean, that potato argument was brilliant.
Oh my god.
That was a constructive argument. That was back and forth, commenting
was-
on the rules, the mechanics of the
was-
situation. I think that was a really sensible discussion.
Sensible?
Lachlan's gonna watch this later and goes, we've lost control of the server.
No, we
Hey,
haven't.
don't we get a custom magic item with the
You do.
With
the
potato.
traditional campaigns?
You
Take
do.
notes, Faye. Take
I have been taking notes. One of you already
Okay.
has a custom item that I've got fairly well fleshed out of an idea.
Oh, I can't wait for my potato.
Oh my gosh.
Faye, you shouldn't have.
Yeah, keep thinking that.
win.
What? Wait, hold up.
Yeah, keep thinking that. It's either a potato
I'm so
or it's
confused.
not.
It's a squash.
Well, I did buy some squash. I think there's 7.
So,
Wait, what's the name of a potato? Is it like an onion?
I want to say that a carrot is a neighbor of the potato.
That's a tuber. Sounds good. Oh, or like a turnip. I'm just
Yam.
thinking like Sam Gamgee potatoes.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Potatoes.
Oh my god.
Okay.
We need to go to the
Anyway.
shopkeeper.
Yes, shopkeeper.
What did they own a shop of? Was it metal stuff? Weapon stuff?
Depends. Are you going to the blacksmith or are you going to the general provisioners?
I don't
We
need
s-
anything. I just want to talk to the provisions person. So,
Can we stop at the blacksmith's on the way?
cool.
Since we have the bag of holding, I just want to stock up on arrows.
Sounds good.
Just so I don't need to worry
Oh,
about
that's
it
smart.
for a while.
Should do like Vex and Vax and no Vex, and get like was it 1,000 arrows?
Oh my
I might. We'll see how many the blacksmith has and see if I can work up like a bundle deal or something.
I
Yep,
will tell
exactly.
you that the blacksmith does not have 1,000 arrows.
999 will do.
So, you head to the general provisioners.
Yep.
Uh,
Hello.
Hi, and this is, Mailer, who owns the provisioner. How can I assist?
Risa.
No, this is provisional. This is
This
you.
is provisional. What
Yeah.
are you
Oh.
doing?
Sorry, I was totally paying attention. Hi. Just quick question. I think I asked you this before, but just that last chance before we leave. Did you see a halfling come by here about a month ago? Looks kind of like me. Has a scar on his cheek, chin.
I mean, there are plenty of people that come through here. Figure things back. Now that you mention it, I do recall a halfling with a scar. But he just came in for rations. Traveler was heading on his way. Didn't
Just
speak-
rations. Alright.
Just your normal traveling fare, including the rations and, anything else that he might need. But he seemed to be well versed in the traveling ways. Didn't ask much of questions, just if there had been any rumors nearby of trouble.
He asked if there were rumors of trouble.
Yeah, bandits and the like.
Were there?
I mean, there's always bandits. It wasn't as bad as it was just before, the Starfall crisis or shortly after. But
Right.
I warned him. He thanked, paid for his wares, and been on his way.
Did he go to the city?
Maybe, I didn't see where he left. Just, he exited out of my shop, and that was the last I saw of him.
And was he wearing? You couldn't see anything else about what he was wearing or carrying.
He had a cloak on. The weather was
Yeah.
quite bad that day.
Yeah, so I've heard. Okay, thanks. Appreciate you thinking back. Okay. Turn to my buddies. Okay. Ready.
So, with nothing else, if there's nothing else at the provisioner's shop, you can make your way to the blacksmith. And, what do you do at the blacksmith?
Hello. Hi. Good evening. I don't know what time it is. Time's a construct.
Good morning, afternoon, potentially.
Great, that cleared things up. Listen, how many arrows do you have to sell at this moment?
Looks over at the barrel. Maybe, quick count looks to be maybe 100.
100? How much would 100 arrows cost?
I want to say that would be about 10 gold. Alright.
Arrows, 20 of them is 1 gold.
Yeah.
So that'll be 5 gold.
5 gold.
Cool. Frista puts 5 gold down onto the table or the.
Okay, wait. Hold on for one quick second, Freesta. This is me talking above game.
Then why did you say
Since-
Frista?
Okay, Shay.
Hi.
I feel like because you use arrows to protect us, that this should come out of the group fund. You have 4,000 copper. I'm just throwing that out there.
I also still have like 133 gold to myself, and I don't mind spending 5.
Okay, up to you.
I'm more than happy to spend my own gold on things, on the stupid weapon that I chose to wield. God damn it, it's so expensive. Why couldn't I grow up with like hunting with a dagger or a sword? No, it had to be a longbow. No, anyway, here's 5 gold. And then Friesta opens the bag of holding, like just shoves him in there.
The blacksmith says nothing as she watches. Just takes the gold and makes sure that all you stuff into your bag of holding is the arrows.
I now have 136 arrows.
Nice.
Nice.
And no blessed
Thank you.
arrows.
I have 1.
You've got one blessed arrow.
I have 1. And it's going in Darcy's throat.
You're gonna have that for the rest of the campaign.
I am. That's the whole reason I still have that 1. Because the rest I just converted to like normal arrows, just so, because they were. But I kept one named as a blessed arrow. And by God, is it going to pierce his heart. Anyways, thank you. This will be really helpful. I promise I'm not a murderer. Just a murderer on occasions, so.
Um, you wouldn't by any chance have any silver powder, like 25 gold worth?
No,
Okay. Oh,
I
I
could
figured I
make
would
it
ask.
if you're in search of it, but that would take me a few hours.
Are we leaving today or tomorrow?
Go today.
We can leave
Okay.
whenever.
Do you desperately need the silver?
Well, if I did, okay, above game, I could do cast ceremony, which then I think I can. Oh, I can bless water. That's not
Woo!
what you ask, is it?
Well, it's 25 gold for powdered silver to cast ceremony and create holy water. It's also just 25 gold for holy water.
Oh, oh, and it consumes it. Never mind. Okay, never mind. That's expensive,
It really is.
Oh yeah,
It's hard being a cleric.
Yeah.
and holy water does what? Like what? 1d6 damage or whatever. I don't know if it's worth 25 gold.
Holy water's more for like assurance purposes.
Baptize a baby.
Yep.
So
Well, and to make sure that you're not like undead or something.
make sure certain undead stay undead.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay, I think that's it for me.
and if there's nothing else you need of the blacksmith,
Nope.
you all are able to you all are able to make your preparations for leaving. And it's at this point that Lorcan, if we're heading out, I do have to officially let Storald know that I'm leaving, but I mean, I'm more of a contractor than official part of the militia, so it's not like I've been going AWOL or anything like that. Just would be best for her to know. We can make that stop on our way out, yeah?
Yeah, we should also let her know that we're leaving. She's
It's
been
funny
good
if
to
we
us.
didn't make that stop though. Like, just think about it.
Mhm.
Like Logan being enemy of the state.
I could also give her a sending. Fun fact. I love doing that now.
Give her a sending while standing right in front of her.
Well, I wouldn't do that, but
You should.
yeah.
So, Lorcan kind of just jovially rolls his eyes at the sending and starts walking in probably the direction you assume Steralda to be. You are welcome to follow her, or follow Lorcan to her, if that is so what you wish.
Something better to do.
As you make your way to the militia outpost, Storalda, you see, is in a discussion with one of the King's Guard, and seems to be having some, it's very cordial conversation. And Steralda looks over to your group, and oh my goodness, Twitch chat talking about irrational patrons. Steralda looks to you all, looks to Lurkin. The Kingsguard stands, and you can see that he is of some higher ranking than just some soldier. If anyone would like to roll a history check to see if they might be able to tell. Andy, you recall a few books of the military and the medals and stories that were shared throughout your family and community. Freesta, you're going off the assumption that the military rankings here are very similar to what you grew up with in Vale de Fera. But you're pretty sure that this figure is a major. So, high up. Probably the leader of the regiment that is here.
Say to my friends in case they didn't catch it. This guy is super hot shit.
Top blast.
That's great. In what way?
Every way? I don't know. He's
You
important.
can tell he's a super hot shit by looking at him.
I think he's a major. Leader of the regiment here.
That's great. What does that mean?
He's
No idea.
important and that he's hot shit. I'm going through my number of swears per stream, just trying to explain this to you, so
Okay. It's an important figure in the regiment. I have no idea what regiment means. I have no idea what all of that means, but okay. I think Tala just nods her head, pretending she understands.
all you need to know is that he's hot. Bleep.
S star.
Get
Wait, star.
get a
Wait,
pound
no.
sign in there.
Wait.
Exclamation point.
Sexy little ampersand.
Yeah. Stralda looks to you all. Looks to Lurkin. Well, wasn't expecting to see you this afternoon. Everything fine amongst your people? Yeah, just came by to let you know that we're heading out to Wintervale. Steralda's brow furrows. And that is when the major... Well, if these are the figures, Steralda, that you have been telling me of, it is a pleasure to meet you, and perhaps good to hear that you are heading to Wintervale. Myself and a
Good.
few of the others are heading back as well. Some of the Kingsguard are remaining here for a small extension period. But the rest of us were here mainly to protect and provide the way for the Duke of Wintervale, who has already begun his excursion back with his personal guard. Where are my manners? I am Major Wolfgar.
Hello, Major Wolfgar. I've been told you're a very important person in the regiment.
That would be correct. I lead these men, and I will be leaving one of my lieutenants here to act in my stead as I return back to the city.
Would it be possible for us to join you?
I was just about to ask for you all to join me, if you again are the heroes that Storolda has been telling me of. You were the ones at the Mount, correct?
What?
Yes, the Mount. We were heroic, and Tala goes on a little short tangent about how heroic we were in the same mannerism that she heard over at the tavern the night before. But a
That's
little
so
bit of a
sad.
drunk drawl mixed in there. And that's how we became the heroes of the Mount.
Wolfgar puts a hand on Tala's shoulder with a laugh. Seems that you've been hanging around with the main. You'll fit right in.
Oh, good. I wanted to fit right in.
Mhm.
I don't know what that means, but yes. Oh, Captain, may we have a quick word? To say thank you. You know, privately.
Go ahead, roll a persuasion check.
Ah. That is -1.
Oh my god.
She seems a little suspicious on the act of asking for privacy in the presence of the major. She'll step a few feet away, but doesn't move in an area where she's not out of sight, in case something goes awry.
I just wanted to tell you that, well, we're leaving, but also that we paid our debt, a little bit of our debt to Elder Fulmer.
There is then the release of tension. What? I appreciate.
We didn't pay the whole debt, we paid what we could.
I appreciate the admittance of your plans to be heading downwards. Your debts and your business with Fulmar, as much as I hate to say it, are unfortunately our own, while he is still in power.
Yes. Yes.
If there's an
Well-
opportunity to shift him away, of course, I'll be keeping my eye for it, but it's not something that you necessarily have to keep me in the loop for.
No. But I like you, and I wanted to say goodbye personally, you know. I want to thank you for your help, and yes, goodbye. As we walk the same direction back.
Mm-hmm. She takes her seat.
Okay, now. Goodbye. Oh, no, not goodbye. Major, when would you be leaving?
Well, I am finishing up my conversation with Storolda here, but I believe my men will be ready to head out in perhaps an hour or so. Get some coverage before the fall of night. They are itching to return to the city, though I'm sure
Great.
that a few of them are itching just to return to the city streets.
Do they need ointment?
Tell it.
Yes.
Never mind.
Did I?
I'm sure a few of them would find such a question a bit intrusive of their pastimes.
Oh man.
Okay, not knowing what that means. Okay, we shall wait for you. He turns around and goes, I don't understand what he's...
It's
Okay.
fine, Tala. It's good. It's city
Okay.
stuff is weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, any last... anything last that you'd like to do in Monrick? If not, it's easy enough to pack up your things, that if you've not already done so, and be on your way. You all make the journey. The soldiers at your side And why don't we tune in to the first evening after you set out from Lonmarake? You're not yet towards Wintervale, but you are the closest you've been since you set out. You are part of the soldiers' camp, maybe perhaps on the edge of it. Prisa, Tala, Andy, Ansel, Renan, Lorcan, and Terraminder. You do feel the absence of Kari and whatever emotions those may bring. Dinner is had. And, any conversations that you share after this first partial day of travel?
Rana, did you find anything interesting at the records place?
Nothing that gave me closure or more memories. It seems that I will have to search more.
Okay.
Winterville's a big city. You'll definitely get some more information. Hopefully, something will ring a bell.
Yep. Big city. I wonder if I could play at taverns or maybe there's some famous like bard colleges or something and go and see them perform or yeah, it'll be great.
What is a college?
Good question. I don't actually know what they are, but there's been stories about the various ones and they do different things and they have rivalries. It's kind of like a group of people. But they're very uppity about their college. And
Okay, seriously? That was above game? That was like words that literally did not answer any questions about college. I freaking love it.
Well, I mean, she said it. She doesn't know what a college is. She's just heard the word.
yeah, a group of people who are uppity about where they come from. It's great. hmm Yep. So excited.
Totally confused.
That's what a bard college
Never
is,
mind.
though. Also above game. Oh. Yes. I could play a song. Do you guys want me to play a song?
Sure.
Something fun and
Okay.
upbeat.
Okay, fun and upbeat. Do do do.
Roll performance.
Cool. Like plus 11. It's ooh, double 11s. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
22.
It is fun, it is upbeat, and it is well performed. And it is as Andy's song fills the air.
Uh-oh.
No, he's not going to bring this up now.
Did you type
No, I
spooky
think you
into
should do it.
Sirenscape?
No. These are calming meditations. What are you talking about?
I think you
This
should
is
do it.
terrifying.
Yep.
I don't know who it
Right.
is, but they should definitely bring it up.
A group persuasion check. Just passively.
Maybe not passively. My persuasion's 0.
Ooh. If I have passive insight and I notice he's trying to say something, can I then try and persuade him? Whoever this person is.
Detect thoughts. Detect thoughts.
Or tech thoughts.
You would
Throw the
see
potato.
with your passive perception or passive insight, that Ansel's got a curious look on his face. Seems to be thinking of something, but decides not to bring it up.
Frista, can I have a potato?
Oh, sure. Krista goes into her.
I know
Bag of
what
food.
you're thinking, Andy. Do not.
Okay, okay. You know what I'm thinking, but I don't know what you're thinking. This seems like a one-way street, and it should be a two-way street.
I don't wish to bring the mood down.
Too late. Spill it.
Well, it's not necessarily mine to spill. As he looks over to Frista.
Oh, Frista?
You had a bit of a reaction due to the freeze. And I was wondering if you were okay now that some time has passed since that information.
I'm fine, honestly. I'm not a big fan of the cold. It was worshipped where I'm from. It's always, yay, winter, it's freezing. I'm just sitting there shivering, wanting to go home. Oh, just start to resent it, And I bring something up, hoping to know more about fire, and he brings up ice. I wasn't really in a mood at all. Not a bad mood. I like talking back to people, which is a bad habit. But no, I'm good. Thanks for worrying about me. And I wish you brought it up sooner so you weren't worrying yourself all day.
I wasn't worrying myself. Just,
Wow. No, never mind. Damn.
I was just... I understand that sometimes people... Not always, especially if you're not feeling large emotions, may need time before they're ready to speak, to process. Emotions could be large in the moment, but not amount to much. But that, as he looks back to Andy, that was what was on my mind. So can we put away the threat of the potato?
Can I do an insight check before I put down the potato?
Yeah, go for it.
What is this about potato? I don't understand.
I'll
It's
tell you when you're older.
He seems genuine that was all that was on his mind.
Okay, I will go over and I will pat his head with a potato, and then I'll go back and give it to Frista. Okay, it worked. Detect thoughts worked, everybody.
That's not how that spell works.
It worked, didn't it?
It worked great. The potato, I'm telling you.
How do you know that's how that spell works?
I've seen
Can I-
Andy cast it.
Twice with a potato now.
Yeah.
That was more of a threat than any sort of casting of a spell.
Okay, but it worked.
Got
So,
your thoughts
I mean-
out.
Yeah.
Argue with that.
Yeah.
Fine. The potato worked on getting my thoughts heard. I'm not going to say detected.
Well, detect thoughts only
Uh.
works for the caster, but the potato means you need to share your thoughts with everyone, so I think it's more
Yeah.
powerful.
I feel that should
Yeah.
be used on not just me then. If the potato comes out, everyone should share their thoughts.
Sharing potato. Okay,
Who's
whoever
sharing
holds the
potato?
potato.
That's a
needs
great,
to
like,
share.
that's a great group activity, just so,
Oh my
like,
God.
team building. Whoever holds the potato gets to share the thought. It's the speaking potato. Unless you're holding the potato, you are not allowed to speak or interrupt. And when we are done, we will pass the potato to some... I'm going Irish, but I must say potato. I can't help it. God damn it.
So, Andy, I believe you had the potato?
I sure hope so.
The potato.
Question to the DM. How many soldiers are we going with?
You have like about 200, not 200, wow. You have about 20 soldiers in this group, including the major himself.
Alright. I will hold aloft the speaking potato, and I will turn to Frista, and I'm going, I'm not staying awake for all these people to speak with the speaking potato. So I'm gonna give this to you, and I'm gonna go to bed.
To be fair, you guys are kind of on the edge of the camp, so it's not like you're all together. Like, you're together, but
Oh no,
not together.
no, yeah, that's good. That's good because honestly, I don't think I care much about most of these guys. So I'm gonna give this back to you, and then I'm gonna go to bed.
Paula,
I
in
thought
her
we were
head.
doing the speaking potato.
Oh, are we doing that now?
The
What time is
potato
it?
was handed to me. Why is anyone else talking? Excuse me. Shut up. Well, now that I have the potato, and I'm going Irish again, I'd like to inform everyone that I am the best out of everyone, and no one can speak back to me because I'm the one holding the potato. So, on that note, if you have any concerns with me being the best out of the group, please speak up. Oh wait,
Wait, is
you can't speak. You don't have the potato.
I can cast minor illusion though because that does not have a verbal component.
Lorcan, very much just starts miming as if he's counting off all the reasons why he's doing it, but he's not making any vocal sounds.
Oh my gosh, this is quality.
I put the potato back in the bag of holding. Maybe I should work on my ego before we start doing team building exercises.
Yep.
Oh, great. Now that the potato's gone. And Lorcan just kind of gives. Alright, I'm fine letting the soldiers do watches. I don't know how the rest of you guys are feeling.
Sure.
That sounds fine to me.
I'll be up early anyways.
Right. Sounds good.
Saramanda, are you going to be my early buddy?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Love you.
Oh boy.
I turn to see how she reacts to the.
She's very flustered and does not seem to be comprehending. Just nods very quickly and shuffles away to wherever her bedroll has been set up.
She's got to hear that more often. She's great. I'm going to sleep or to meditate, to trance. I don't know the verb for it. Good night.
Alright.
Good night.
Evening.
About an hour later, Tala's head pops out of her shell and then slowly walks over to the bag of holding. It takes out that same potato
Oh, you are really messing with my spreadsheet right now.
and holds it up and say,
Oh my god.
"Hello, can you hear me? Are you a special potato?"
I just want everyone to imagine a camera like slow spiral zoom panning inwards on just this normal potato. Like super dramatic. The tension in the music is building up. But Tala, all you hold in your hand is a potato.
What does it smell like?
Oh my gosh.
It smells a little bit like
Potato.
an empty vacuum, and a lot like the earth in a potato.
Sounds like a potato. Really?
I
Oh, yeah,
think
it's been kept in the bag of holding.
she scoots over and kind of gathers leaves and a little bit of dirt and whatever and makes a little nest and puts the potato there, kind of sitting like in an egg in a nest, and just stares at it, and then falls asleep.
You're gonna wake up and it's like, where's the potato?
Fristo just in a trance notice anything happening.
You would have heard someone getting up and going through the bag of holding, and then everything going quiet.
I'd probably noticed Tala's footsteps by now.
Yeah, you would know that it was Tala.
I'll just leave it then. I don't think she'd be conscious enough to care.
Okay. Cool. Morning comes. You all have successfully had a long rest.
Yay.
And Tala, the nest you made for the potato is empty.
Hala like looks all around it.
Roll a perception or investigation check. Priesta, you would have been up early, and Paraminder would have been with you. Tala, you see that there are fox footprints nearby the nest.
Okay. Quietly, she notices it, but doesn't try not to say anything. This is all internal gasps and kind of squeaks and whatever. Kind of freaks out that she lost a potato.
Oh my gosh.
And
Please
then just
make
kind
for
of.
me a charisma save to make sure that this all stays internal and is not
Oh
projected
my
outward.
gosh. Now one. Now one. Close.
5.
Even half awake, Andy is able to read that
Oh, easy.
Tala is a bit flustered over something, which means that for Friesta and Terraminder, who have been up a little bit longer and have been fully awake, you can read that there's something that Tala is concerned about.
I would like to very sneakily erase the nest. Any sign of it.
Sleight of hand.
Oh, Tala, what's wrong? You seem...
But God, can Tala lie?
Can Tala lie?
Ooh. I think in this case she's gonna really try to lie.
Oh my gosh.
Nothing. I thought I saw a snake.
That one. That one. Let's go.
Oh, snakes. We got... Oh, snakes last time. Can I roll an insight check?
Yeah, I
Sure.
don't believe you, buddy. Yeah, no.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Andy, there's something fishy.
Yeah, for sure.
You're not quite sure what. Tala's acting a little out there. She's, like, scratching up the ground, trying to hide something, maybe? Maybe she did just see a snake. Who knows?
Hmm.
But
Okay, Tala.
Tala's acting a little weird. Priesta, otherwise, it's fine.
Oh, good eye on catching that. I don't want more snakes near us while we're sleeping again.
Yeah, snakes. Bad.
Tala looks at Andy
Hi.
and goes, "Food?"
Food! Yeah, I totally forget. Where's the food? Oh, thanks. Thanks, Telemander. Thanks, Friesta. Nom nom nom. I'm assuming you guys ate food. Otherwise, I'm eating some random thing. We'll never know. Okay, cool.
Who knows? But as you each awake and get breakfast, we are going to take a quick break here for our ads, and when we pick up, we will continue our story with you all arriving to Wintervale about
Yay.
at the end of your journeys. So, stick around. We'll see you shortly. We'll be right back. Alrighty, so we are back, and as we are coming back, you all have completed your trek from Lonmarek all the way back to Wintervale. As you are entering into the city, you before you part your ways to do what it is that you wish, uh, Major Wolfgar approaches your small group, all of you. Teresa, Tala, Andy, Ansel, Renan, Terraminder, and Lorcan. Would you mind coming with me back to the barracks and the offices for a quick moment?
Are we in
Insight
trouble?
check.
No trouble at all.
Insights check.
Do I believe that?
You believe that he's being earnest with a 22 insight and with a 17 insight. He doesn't think that you guys are in trouble. He's not approaching this as if you all are in trouble. He's just asking for you to come back to the office in the barracks for a quick conversation, it seems.
He's just going to act very suspicious because it's funny.
Performance
Yeah.
check.
Oh, this will be entertaining.
17.
You are
Hey.
acting very suspicious, and he does kind of eye you warily, as if perhaps now considering maybe the fact that you should be in trouble.
Oh
great.
gosh.
Ella is
Um,
very excited. Sure, let's go.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, this will be great. Okay.
As you enter into the area, through the city, most of the other soldiers kind of taking their own way, as this is their own home turf, their stomping grounds. You all are invited into the offices connected to the barracks, and are soon led to Wolfgar's office. You see that on the way there, he does turn to one of the guards and figures here, and they nod as he has given out a request and run off. And as you all are invited into his office, he sits down behind his desk. Please, make yourself comfortable. He motions that there's a few chairs, there's a bench, there's plenty of seating room for everyone to take a
Oh, yeah.
spot.
Yeah.
Ella sits on the bench because she can't sit on the chair. On the chair.
They still sit on the bench out of solidarity.
I guess I'll sit on the chair.
Okay. Ansel will take the other chair. Everyone finds a seating spot here, except for Lorcan, who just stands leaning against the door. He's cool
Is
like
it like
that.
a cool lean or
Yeah.
is it
He's trying to be cool here. He's being chill.
trying? Lisa looks at him and just like shakes her head to make sure he sees and then looks back.
He tries harder, making sure that Friesta sees this. And at ease, enough peacocking. As I said, I wanted you in here for a quick conversation. I will likely not be always available, but know that from what I've heard, Pastor Rolda, you have done quite a bit. And should you continue these paths of assistance, or if there is anything else that comes up that you may need of the city guard, I'm going to put you in contact with one of my best. His name is Aldrich. He's one of the captains. You may be able to reach him more often than you'll be able to reach myself. And I would like you to treat him as if he were talking to me. If there is anything you need of the guard. It is at this point that there is a knock on the office door. And Wolfgar, come in. Entering in, you see a human figure, probably somewhere in his 30s, fit in his guard's uniform. You wanted to see me, Major? I did. This is Captain Uldrick. Uldrick? These are very important people.
We are?
Mr. Blushes.
Andy puffs up her chest a little bit. Yup.
If they come around, Uldrick, make sure that they are heard as soon as possible. Starolda speaks highly of them. Understood. Well, I am Captain Uldrick. Perhaps I should know the names of you all.
My name is Tala, and I'm important. I
Very-
don't know why, though, but...
I'm Andy Quickfoot. I'll give up and give like a flourishing bow with my non-existent cape. One of the I'm of the Quickfoots, the best drummers in the West Hill. A pleasure to meet you.
Hello, I'm Prista.
Brother Ansel of the Salantran Temple in Lanric. Renan Sagabarot. Though everyone has been calling me Renan. Name's Lorkin. Pretty sure I've seen your face before. I'm Terminder. I just help these guys out. Well, a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Are all of you new to Wintervale?
Yep.
Would you all like a tour?
Yes.
Depends. Is it going
Yes,
to be
please.
boring? Oh my god. Yeah, sure, let's go.
Yeah, if we see you coming.
Ugh,
Acquired.
team building exercises.
Yeah, really.
I'm not holding the potato.
I'm just glad that it
Yeah, what
hasn't
is that
been
potato?
pushed at me since the day we left.
I'd like to think it's been tossed at least once a day.
Well, a potato has been tossed.
Oh,
Someone,
now I'm sad thinking about the potato.
because the other potato was lost to a fox.
Yep.
I started thinking about it and I glared at Tala a little bit, knowing that she was rummaging around the bag of holding that night.
Would Tala along the way have come clean about having the potato lost?
Well, every time the potato was mentioned, I think she would have turned bright red. So
Okay,
probably
yeah.
they would have guessed.
Which probably just makes the face brown if you've got like a green complexion.
That is very true. She has a brown complexion, so what does that make it?
Probably a darker brown.
There you go.
So,
Lovely.
And I would say do an inside check with disadvantage. Not just kidding.
Good tech thoughts.
detect thoughts to think about.
No,
Oh God, how the fox stole the potato. The poor
No.
potato.
She will have to do the whole gesture and everything else so she knows that she's casting it. So the whole time she's gonna be like, "Don't think about the potato. Don't think about the potato."
Yeah, and then I'll just ask you, so what
is-
took the potato? No, kidding.
The
Won't do
picture of the nest.
that.
Doesn't my investigator background give me like really good insight into solving mysteries and crimes? I think this is a crime.
A crime. It is now.
Oh my goodness.
You can gain access to a place or individual related to a crime you're investigating.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
just imagining somewhere along the line between that first night and Wintervale, an interrogation by the campfire of where were you that night?
Can we commission like a roleplay session for burning real characters, but it's just an interrogation from Freestar about the potato?
Oh my god. Hold on to that idea. I'm gonna that might come up in the future.
Great.
So, uh as you guys as Aldrich is leading you all, is there anywhere in town that you would be
The libraries.
Oh, wait. Before we go, can I ask the major about the insignia?
uh
Or maybe I did that during the trip.
the major doesn't have information, perhaps not something that goes as far as him, but
Okay.
Aldrich might know since he's a little closer to the ground.
Hey, Aldrich.
What?
Hi. Do you know what this is? And I'll show him like the letter with the insignia. Just the insignia part. Do you know what this is?
Uh, I don't know entire details, but we've had a few officers report seeing that in some of the more shadier aspects of Wintervale. Seems to be some small up and coming cult. They haven't done anything out there, so it could just be some gang materials, but they seem very secular.
Around what?
Well, that's the thing. No one's gotten close, which is why my men think that it could be a cult rather than just a very small gang.
They
Maybe,
have known the Ganga creators, Ganga creators. Puh.
not that I'm aware of. We've just, in investigating other situations, my men have spotted seeing that symbol on others, but those figures haven't been any sort of problem figure, so I don't know too much. But if they are involved with another raiders group, perhaps we are mistaken and that it's not a cult, it is a gang, and our information will shift.
Yeah, no, I'm not suggesting they're affiliated. I'm just wondering if they knew each other. In passing, perhaps they met at like
I
gang college. I'll look at Tala.
perhaps I wish I could tell you more, but I only know that that symbol has showed up in reports. We don't even have a name for them.
Ah, well, I might be able to give that to you. Face design? Question. Maybe? So, anyway, okay. Well, thanks.
If you find any more information, I would be very gracious if you would turn and share as well.
Yep, and same to you. I'm looking for someone who might be being looked for by this group, which is concerning. So, anyway, okay. Mm.
So, as you are going about, is there anywhere in Wintervale specifically that you would want to be shown around?
Yes, Captain Aldrich. think some of our companions would like to maybe do some searches. Could you show us the library?
Which one?
Oh, there are more than one?
Yes.
How many are there?
There are the libraries of the different schools. There is the Royal Library. There is the barracks has a library. If you're looking to any of the nobles, likely have their own personal collections as well. Some with collective tomes. Mages Guild has a library of its own esoteric and arcane needs. And that's just the ones that are more affiliated with other things. You'll find that there are smaller libraries of their own.
Yep. Uh, the, uh, uh, what is the biggest library? Overwhelmed.
You see a smirk on his face. Well, you'll have people talking about the Royal Library being the grandest, but if you're talking about sheer size, you'll likely be wanting to go to the University of Wintervale.
University. Okay. Is that different than college?
No, perhaps a little. A university is a collection of colleges. Different schools of thought and devotions of your academia are all collected in one location, and perhaps even further beyond. The university does not limit itself just to the single campus.
Oh, okay. Maybe that one and okay. Um and maybe an inn that we can stay?
Yeah, we
Oh.
can get you in the direction of a inn.
Perfect.
Do you have a price range that you are typically comfortable around?
Is the one near the shady part of town?
Mm,
I would recommend against those areas,
Oh.
as they are a little bit
Oh,
more
okay.
dangerous, but if you are low on
No,
coin,
never mind. No, never mind. That's not for. Never mind.
beyond the central area, where you'll have more of the palace district, the nobles' high-end hotels and lodgings. The northern district is less guards, cheaper, but you'll run into more gangs and things that I might not be able to help you out with. Going in to the east, you'll hit the trades ward. It's not as nice as what you'll find in the nobles and palace section, but it'll work. The docks, much like the northern far reaches, but it smells heavier of brine,
What's brine?
salt water.
Ah, that is another thing I haven't experienced. Up to you guys. Wherever I can play my drum and my flute, I'll be happy-ish, kind of.
I have no opinions. They all sound like it's adventurous.
Oh gosh.
Oh boy. Uh, how about any recommendation?
Sure. If you're looking for a recommendation,
Dancing dagger? Dancing mermaid?
about
The
Does it have
something
rats?
the Blushing Mermaid is not a tavern or inn. It is a festival hall. It's just for dancing and drinking.
Oh, okay.
something central, just sort of in the middle of everything. We might be quite busy.
Might.
If you're looking for something central, just on the outskirts of the nobles, there is the Exotic Swallow Inn. Smaller, but well kept. Haven't made any visits there often on work, so
Sure.
So it's expensive.
Oh, well, that
it's
too.
not
Well, I
terribly
can play.
expensive.
If
It's definitely not the most expensive. If you're looking for something perhaps maybe less central, closer to the trades ward, I will suggest to you the Silver Giant.
Out of curiosity, if you were to try to make some money, how would you go about doing that here?
playing my flute,
And
my drums,
and
and
Bounties, job boards.
singing.
We
No, I
do
can't sing.
employ job boards. I would suggest that if you're looking to take that up, to get there earlier in the morning, before any of the guilds make their rounds, collecting potential contracts. There's also, of course, apprenticeships and other avenues of career paths and jobs.
Let's go to the Silver Giant and we can
Okay,
discuss more there.
sounds good. What time of day is it?
I would say it's about midday, and after the end of your tour. And he would, Aldrich would bring you to the Silver Giant.
Okay.
And it's starting to get close to dinner time. And well, Silver Giant. And as he points it to you, it is a fairly large inn for the city. You see that it does have 3 stories. Entering in, there's a small area on the ground floor for eating with connection to a kitchen, but there's no kitchen staff. It's very much if you bring your own food, you can use the kitchen to craft your own meals.
Oh,
And a clerk at the desk. Yes, how can I help you?
we're looking for lodging for, oh gosh, how many of the seven? 1, 2, 3,
Yeah, there's
4,
7.
5, 6, 7. Ah, math.
Okay, are you looking for a single room or multiple rooms?
Would there be a
Multiple?
single room that fits
Yeah,
7?
Well,
7
it would
beds.
be we have a suite package, which would have room for 7 people, but it would not have 7 beds, unfortunately.
will it have 6 beds?
No need to worry about a bed for myself, Ansel says. I'm sure I'll be able to find lodging if there's a temple to Solantra here.
Oh,
So
If that's the
6
case,
people,
it's
5 beds?
good to have a suite for just like a base of operations.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree.
all right, if you are looking to book out our suite, how long would the duration be?
A week?
It's a good start.
Okay. For the suite, for a week, you'd be looking at about 14 gold pieces.
Don't get out the copper.
How much would it be for? How much would it compare to having like 3 double rooms? Would it be more or less?
If you were to use 3 double rooms for the week, you'd be looking at about 9 gold pieces.
Where's better?
Could I play here in the evenings and get credits towards the room?
Uh,
I'm quite the famous bard back from where I come from.
well, we don't typically have an area of entertainment.
That's so sad.
We don't offer drinks or like the taverns.
Okay, never mind. Either one, the suite or the individual rooms works for me.
I think the suite would be good.
Agree.
Should we go into the group funds?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll
Out at the
give
copper.
Oh my gosh, this poor clerk. Ugh.
so that would be what
1,000.
1,400. I'll give 1,400 copper.
Oh my god.
Her eyes go a little wide, and then she the smile that she gives is very strained as she hands over the key.
Terribly sorry.
Anyone whose passive perception is 14 or higher, as you guys would leave, can hear, my manager is going to kill me.
As
Hot
we go,
whispered.
I take out a good berry. Here, have a snack.
Oh, can I have one of those?
Here you go. See, it's
Yay.
safe for you to eat. Watch and eat.
Lovely.
A strained smile. She takes the offered good berry. Thank you, and just puts it down on the top of the desk.
Cherry on top. Let's go.
Lista's blissful ignorance with a passive perception of 13.
Nice.
So, as you make your way up, the suite is on the 3rd floor, but it is
Great.
spacious, and as you all settle in and can begin your discussions of what happens next, that is where our session is going to end this evening. We'll pick up back in Wintervale next week. See everything that's happening and what might be going down. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next stream. As always, head over to wildewitch.com to check out more about us, see what we've got going on. That's WILDEWITCH.com. And may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.